Welcome everybody to Scott Cooks. Today we will be cooking Angus beef boneless sirloin tri-tip steak in our Ninja Foodi. Let's take a look at this steak. Lots of marbling, about 1 inch thick. Nice fat content. Our method today is pretty interesting. We're going to take this steak and we're going to marinate it in some special oils and balsamic vinegars. I'll show you that in a minute. Then we're going to do something really interesting. We're going to put that Ninja Foodi to its full use. We are going to, first, we're going to pressure cook the steak. That's right. We're going to pressure cook the tri-tip steak. Once it's pressure cooked, we're going to throw it on air crisp, and we're going to air crisp or air fry it to completion to sear the outside. The pressure cook is going to tenderize it and partially cook it, and the air crisp is going to finish it off and give us that beautiful crispy exterior edges that we're looking for. Let's get going with the marinade, y'all. We are cooking today from the Verde Valley in Arizona, near Cottonwood, between Cottonwood and Sedona. I picked up some local olive oil and some local sourced balsamic vinegar, and we're going to combine these two together to make a marinade. I've got olive wood smoked infused olive oil, and I've got black mission fig balsamic vinegar. Fig of any sort, fig balsamic vinegar is one of my favorites to cook with. We're going to combine these together, make ourselves a marinade, put it on this tri-tip, and pop it in the fridge and give it a few good hours to absorb all that great flavor. I've got about 1.4 pounds of meat. That's a fair amount of meat to marinate. So I've got a 1/4 cup measuring cup sitting here. So we're going to do not quite a 1/4 cup, but we're going to do about 3/4 of that with our oil. And this again is the olive wood smoked infused, and we're just going to take that and pour it right over into a bowl so we can combine. And I'm going to go with a full 1/4 cup of the balsamic. Never have enough of this. And let's go ahead and combine. Oh my gosh, the smells. Smells here are amazing, guys. Anyway, we're going to combine this the best we can. Oil and vinegar don't exactly want to mix, but you can work it. And there it goes. And then just kind of rotate the other way a few times, and that's a good mix right there. All right, find yourself a Ziploc baggie. I've got a 1 gallon Ziploc baggie here, and we're going to pour that marinade right down in the baggie. So go ahead and take your tri-tip, drop it right into that Ziploc baggie, and we're going to seal it up. Now what I like to do, my own personal thing, because I'm not going to leave this in the fridge overnight or anything, I actually like to leave a tiny little bit of air in the bag. It helps me mix it up. So I just pinch it shut and push most of the air out. And I don't need to push it all out unless I was going to do this overnight. Then I want all the air out I can. That's pretty good. It's just a guesswork on how much air to leave in. It depends on how much volume you got in there. And now go ahead and do this. It covers very fast because of the oil. let it drop down to the bottom of the bag and spread it out some so it's sitting flat like so. And we'll just put this on a plate in case there's a leak in the bag, and we're gonna go ahead and put that in the fridge. Now I'm gonna leave this in the refrigerator for a minimum of 4 hours. If you can marinate longer, you should do so. And if you're gonna go overnight, go ahead and press all of that air out. Right now would be a good time to do it. Just pop the zip a little bit and push it all out. You don't really want air in there for extended periods. And we'll see you back here in 4 hours or so, and we'll get the Foodi fired up. After you've marinated your tri-tip for at least 4 hours or so, go ahead and put about a cup of water into your Foodi. Add your regular old crisping basket with the stand on it, and just go ahead and drop it in. Just make sure the water does not come over the top of the bottom, and it won't if you only use a cup or so. To help with any sort of sticking issues, I like to just give it a quick shot of just regular old everyday Pam. This is the canola oil blend. We're going to go ahead and put the meat into the basket now and get it ready for pressure. And if you want to take some more of that marinade and dump it on in there, it isn't going to hurt anything. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little from the bag right on the top. Wow, doesn't that look good? I wish you were here. It smells even better. Anyway, let's go ahead and get some pressure going, y'all. Here, guys, grab your pressure lid. Lock her down. Make sure you flip it over to seal. Seal is all the way to the left. Don't leave it on vent. We're pressure cooking today. Put it all the way over on seal. Press pressure. High is what we want. Time is 10 minutes. That's what we want. And let her go. What we're going to do is 10 minutes under pressure. 5 minutes, what they call natural pressure release, which basically just means we're not going to do anything. The Foodi will kick off, and we're just going to let it sit for 5 minutes. Then we'll release the pressure and go ahead and use the top lid here and switch it over to air crisp and finish these steaks off. Man, this is going to be some kind of good. And I'll bring you back when we're done with the pressure part. So we got about 2.5 minutes left on the pressure. Then we'll do the 5-minute natural. And I wanted to take a second here and go over what we're doing again and why in the heck I'm doing it. I know this seems insane. Why am I pressure cooking a steak? It's pretty simple. I've cooked steak, I don't know, 50, 60 different ways. And I'm always trying to experiment with this Foodi. I'm trying to do things that are not normal and see if I can make things better. Sometimes I make them worse. I have done some experimentation with pressure cooking before with steaks and other meats, so I'm pretty confident this is going to work out really well. And this is my goal. I'm trying to make it as tender as I can by pressure cooking. Pressure cooking will tenderize the meat, and I know that is true. Then we're just going to use the air crisp, which I've used so many times on so many different foods. And I know that is going to finish it off. Get the crispiness as much as we can get on the outside edges. So that's what we're doing. Our goal here is a little experimentation, and to try to make an average steak beyond average. Let's see if we can do it. All right, guys, we just hit our 5 minutes, and it's time to release the pressure. Make sure you use something other than your hand, because that is some pretty hot steam coming out of here. And there we go. Next step is to drain that liquid. Get your gloves on. Set this aside because we're going to put that right back in. And what we're really after right now is to pull that liquid out of this pot. You don't need to wash it or anything like that. Just get the liquid out. The air needs to flow like that for the air crisp to work. That's what that stand is. If you ever look close at that stand, you see that it's not just a flat stand. It's angled, and that between the fan up here and the stand down there, it's like a vortex, and that's how your meat gets browned underneath, because it's pushing that air like this. Pretty good explanation, I think. Anyway, let's air crisp, guys. Lid down. And I'm just kind of holding the camera. I'm sorry, but a little bit of shake here. Power up. Air crisp. 390 is what we want. Time, I don't really care what you put the time on. It doesn't matter, because we're going to keep a pretty close eye on it. So I'm figuring 10 minutes should do the trick. And so we'll check it in 5 and see how we're doing. All right, there's our 5-minute mark. Let's see how we're doing. We're definitely putting a little crisp on it. Got a nice sizzle going on. Look at that. Beautiful. Let's check the bottom. Oh, excellent. I love this air crisp in this Foodi because it cooks on the top and the bottom. You rarely ever have to flip anything. That was a 5-minute mark. I'm going to give it about 2 more minutes, and we're going to pull it out and give it the old taste test. Okay, everybody, it's time. So what we got here is some Angus beef sirloin tri-tip marinated in some balsamic vinegar and oil, some special blends that I picked up locally. It'll be all in the description for you. And we did some pressure cook, and then we did some air crisp. And we're going to go ahead now and cut into it and see how it looks. Let's go. All right, guys, let's go ahead and cut into this thing. Oh, look at that. Did you see that? My fork just fell through it. Okay. Oh, my God. I am putting no pressure on this knife. I'm just going to let the knife do the work. Wow. Wow, that is tender. Okay, now I know you guys like to see the pink and all that. That's not going to happen when you pressure cook it. I have already experimented with some other meats. So I know you like to see that red and that blood and all. That's not what this was about. This was about tenderness and flavor. And, well, I can tell you right now, tenderness is achieved. Now we're going to try the flavor part. Here we go. Very tender. A little hot. Yeah, that is really good. Super tender, as you saw me cut through it. The marinade flavors have come through. That was 4 hours in marinade. It probably could have taken a little more. The flavors have subdued a little bit from the pressure cook, but you can definitely taste them. If I do it again, I'd probably go more 6 to 8 hours on it to really get them in there. But that's fantastic. Let's have another piece. Well, I just can't believe I'm just pushing my fork right through this. A 1-inch thick steak. That's really tender. I'm not joking, guys. Gone. Just like that. Like butter. Not quite like butter. Anyway, that's it. Pressure cook, air crisp, tri-tip. I want to thank everybody for watching. Make sure you hit that bell for notifications. Leave me some comments. Click the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Share the video. And all that good YouTube stuff. See you soon on the next one. This is going to be a good dinner, y'all. See you soon.